What's up guys, and today we will be ranking all of your favorite e-motos on a tier list, S being the best and F being the worst. Let's get into it with the most popular bikes, ranging to the bikes that not many people know. So let's get into it. What a better way to start off this video with a good old Red Star. Of course you got some kids that are crazy on it, but unless you want your bike blowing up, I don't recommend buying it, even though it's a steal. E tier. Next we got the Sur-Ron LBX, easily the most popular bike. Has great suspension, goes fast, and is easy to wheelie. I mean, just look at this guy, he's crazy. A tier. Next we have the Talaria Sting MX3, 4, and 5. All three bikes are pretty durable, and have the power like a real dirt bike. S tier. Up next we have easily the most overhated bike, Tuttio. It can wheelie, it goes up to 37 miles per hour, and it's just overall a really great bike for the price. Not exactly durable though. C tier. Up next we have the Talaria XXX and XXX Pro. These bikes are also super popular for its easy balance point and its light structure, and its cheap price. In my opinion, they have the cleanest frame. I might be a bit biased though, because this is the bike I have, but definitely a good bike. A tier. Coming in next, we have the GT73, aka the Amazon bike. This bike is basically not moddable with its really weird frame structure. It doesn't even go that fast, and one crash and the bike's gone. If you're looking for a cheap bike, just get a Tuttio, it's way better. E tier. Up next we have the sweet Ultra B. It's similar to the LBX but bigger and better. For $9,000 you get a super fast bike, and in my opinion it looks the cleanest. This bike is a great size and it's starting to get pretty popular. I know exactly where this bike's going. Easy S tier. Next in line we got the ebikes Dragster. Despite having no suspension and not exactly going that fast, these bikes are really customizable and make for a fun little ride. D tier. And look, I know ebikes has some more e-motos, but I just don't feel like adding them. The RTR, or the Baby Stark. This bike is pretty decent to mod and looks really clean. Plus, despite the smaller size, it goes as fast, if not faster than the Talarias. While also being cheaper, this bike is so underrated. B tier. The last Talaria in the lineup is the Komodo. This is the newest Talaria, and it is insane. It is super powerful with 92 volts, and is only an extra $1,000 from the MX-5. S tier. Next we have the Mototech, the 48 volt and the 72 volt. The 48 volt Mototech is just straight up ass, with its terrible range and super small design, while the 72 volt Mototech is actually pretty crazy. It's decent sized and goes pretty fast. Honestly, a pretty solid bike. The 48 volt goes in E tier and the 72 volt goes in B. To end off this list on a good note, we're ending with the Stark. This is basically a 450, like come on. It has insane build, suspension, and speed, and even though it's the most expensive e-moto, I still think it's hella overpriced. Yes, it's amazing and stuff, but like $20,000, like come on. I'ma still throw it in S tier. Alright, now we're going to do the e-bikes that not everyone knows, such as the e-rides, the Super, and other variants of brands you already know that are kind of secret. Starting off with the two different Sur-Rons that not everyone knows, the Storm Bee and the Hyper Bee. I'm not a big fan of how the Storm Bee looks. It looks more like a dirt bike than an e-bike. It does ride pretty well, I must say, but let's just say there's a reason why this isn't popular. Then we got the newest Sur-Ron, the Hyper Bee. This looks really similar to an LBX with some minor changes. There isn't too much I can say about it since it only came out like 2 months ago, but it looks pretty promising. I'm going to give the Storm Bee a C tier and the Hyper Bee a B tier. Next, we got the Tuttio killer, or at least that's what people say. There has been a big debate on the internet which one's better. The Yozoma is a pretty new bike, around the same price as the Tuttio. We never really know which one's better, because I personally haven't owned both, but it looks pretty cool. For now, I'll put it in D, just like the Tuttio. Next, we got the Super 73, aka the hella overpriced Red Star. To be fair, it is the best street legal bike on the market, but with the same amount of money, you could buy an RTR, which has way more power. Even though it looks way better than the Red Star, keep in mind that this is over 4 times the price. So for that, I'm gonna have to put it in D. Next, we have the Frigo X2. Now, I'm not a big fan of how the frame looks, especially that fridge looking ah build, but it is pretty easily moddable, and it does go pretty fast. It's also a budget bike. B tier. Next in line is the E-Ride Pro SS and SR. This is pretty much a Sur-Ron. It goes faster than the Sur-Ron, cheaper than the Sur-Ron, and it's probably the cleanest bike in the unknown section. This baby can wheelie, hit all sorts of jumps, and is pretty easily moddable. Without a doubt, I'd love to add this bike. Easy S tier. Next up, we got the Raw Mantis. Let's be honest, we only know what this bike is from Sur-Ronster. I'm not too sure how I feel about how the frame looks, but it's a pretty good mini bike, and it's a pretty decent speed and price. C tier. Next, we have the Altus Sigma. Sigma, funny. This bike is similar to the Stark and the Komodo with its design and power. This 98-volt bike is hella underrated. The power on this thing is crazy, and it's a pretty decent price too. Just look at this go. Meow! S tier. Next up, we got the Razor. Let's be honest, this is a baby bike, and without pouring thousands of dollars into it, it just sucks. F tier. Next, we got the 79 Falcon bike. This is just another bike on the market that looks like the LBX. It's a good price, good speed, and easy to mod. Not much else to say. B tier. Next up, we got the Segway. And someone please tell me why this looks like a Cybertruck. Honestly though, with all these options, who is actually buying this bike? F tier. Next, we got the Ventus 1. Honestly, I'm a big fan of how this bike looks. It's like if an LBX came with all the upgrades already, like a powder coat, controller, plate, and more. After doing a bit of research, it goes as fast as a Sur-Ron and is around the same price. A tier. And the last bike I'm adding to this list is the Arctic Leopard. This bike is a Sur-Ron killer to 115 kilometers per hour, loads of torque, and is around the same price. I mean, how much better can it get? S tier. Phew, that's finally all done. That took forever. I had no idea how many bikes were on the market, and this is still not all of them. Anyway, these are the final rankings on the tier list, and I'm gonna give out some additional awards because why not? The best bike in the Sur-Ron lineup, the best bike in the Talaria lineup, the most powerful bike, the best budget bike, the worst bike, and the cleanest looking bike stock. Well, that's everything for today's video. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I got lots of ideas.